With Health Alert today, choking hazards, wires, medicines, those are all things we worry about as parents of babies. But what about when your child is sleeping? What then?
Oh, heavens, a lot of things can still happen. Our pediatrician, Dr. Denny, is in this morning to give us the ABCs of infant sleep safety. Good morning.
Good morning.
This one's sleeping soundly.
I know, and look at this perfect sleep environment. So SIDS is, or October is SIDS Awareness Month, so I'm so glad you guys are doing this topic. It's such an important issue. Ohio has one of the worst infant mortality rates in the nation.
Are you
so
kidding?
We rank 47th
Wow.
overall and 49th when it comes to our African American babies.
Oh, no.
So 3 babies die every week in the state of Ohio of a sleep-related death.
What is it about Ohio? Why haven't we gotten that under control?
I don't know. I mean, there's been a lot of momentum around people really trying to get the message out there, and people like you guys promoting, the safe sleep message, and we just got to really educate people, make sure all the caregivers know. The moms come in to the pediatrician's appointment, but there's more than just the mom taking care of the baby.
Right.
Dad, grandparents, daycare
That's
providers.
true.
So the mom's got to communicate that safe sleep message to everyone taking care of the baby.
So first and foremost, let's go through the ABCs.
The ABCs of sleep. Okay. So the first is alone. The baby should sleep in their crib alone.
Alone.
You hear people talking about bed sharing and co-sleeping and all that kind of stuff. We really recommend room sharing, which means the baby's in the room in a portable crib like this or the regular crib, but they're not in the bed with the parent.
Okay.
If they're in the bed with the parent, they can get rolled over, they can suffocate in the bedding, the pillows, that kind of thing.
Right.
We know from the data that 2/3 of babies who die from sleep-related deaths are sharing a sleep surface at the time of their death.
Wow.
So we've got to get them on their own sleep surface.
Okay.
So you just sort of roll over in the middle of the night, don't even realize that you've rolled over onto them?
Or the
It's
blankets.
possible,
Or the blankets.
or they can slide down between the mattress and the headboard. There's many different ways it can happen, and it's all preventable.
Wow.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so the next one's back. You probably have heard of the Back to Sleep campaign. That was launched in the 1990s. We saw a 50% decrease in the rate of SIDS. So that was great, but it's really plateaued. And we still hear people saying, yep, I put my baby onto bed on the stomach. One of the reasons that you hear people say that is because they're afraid of choking.
Right.
I'm afraid
throwing up.
Yeah, if my baby's on the back, I'm afraid that he or she's going to choke. That's actually not true. And the way the anatomy is, they're not at any increased risk. And we've done studies that show that babies sleeping on their back do not have any risk of choking.
Oh, gosh, okay.
So sometimes you'll hear parents say, well, my baby likes to sleep on their side. So the thing about side sleeping is it's really unsteady. So this baby can
ends up like that?
Exactly.
Right.
Or they'll say, oh, well, it's unsteady, so I'm going to just, prop some stuff up to keep my baby like this. Well, then that poses a suffocation risk. So the baby should sleep on their back for every sleep.
Okay, good to know.
And then C is for crib. So there's a lot of safety standards related to cribs. Now this is a portable crib. It's been certified by the Consumer Product Safety Commission, but regular beds have slat requirements, no drop sides, no loose parts, all that kind of stuff.
So this mesh is okay because nobody's going to get hurt that way, but something with slats could be a problem.
The crib pads are gone, huh? No more crib pads.
No more bumpers. I'm so glad you said that. So going to your comment, the slats on regular cribs are still there, but they're narrower so babies' heads can't get through them.
Gotcha.
Which is the original reason why bumpers were used, because they didn't want babies to get their heads through. But now, with the slat requirements, there's no risk of the baby getting their head through. So now you've got these bumpers in the crib that do pose a suffocation risk. So even though all the nursery commercials and whatnot have those bumpers still in there, we've got to get all that stuff out. The crib should be empty. No blankets, no pillows, no bumpers, no stuffed animals. So that brings us to something like this.
I mean, that's when you're concerned because you think, oh, but the baby will be cold.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this is a little sleep sack. This one says back is best, and on the back it says wrong side up. I need to sleep on my back, please. This is distributed by the Ohio chapter of the American Academy of Pediatrics. So the baby just goes in this. Now granted, this size and this baby are not.
But the baby's very vogue with his headband. Stay pose, baby.
So the baby just goes right in here, and this one's a lighter weight one, but there's heavier ones for winter. Keeps the baby nice and warm, but then you take away that risk of something coming over the baby's face.
So you don't have to worry about all this down here.
Well, this isn't.
But this doesn't
This
fit
baby's
this
very.
Not the right size, right? Okay.
I didn't have the baby. No,
I'm a literalist.
We're about out of time, but we want to give some stuff away real quick. So let's talk about that real fast.
So this is a board book written by 2 pediatricians in the state of Ohio called Sleep Baby Safe and Snug. It's a great book to read to your baby for a good night's story, promoting literacy, but it also talks about the safest way to put your baby to sleep, and then also the sleep sack.
So we're going to give those away this morning. And Dr. Denny is also going to answer your questions until 10 o'clock in the social media cafe.
And quick addressing these two things.
Sure.
No smoking, very important.
No smoking, right. So smoking when mom's pregnant leads to preterm delivery, low birth weight babies, which is increased risk of SIDS. And then after baby's born, also increased risk of SIDS. Get prenatal care, give your kid your immunizations, breastfeed if possible. And
so much to know.
There is, you can
really
check out the Nationwide Children's Hospital website for
Good
information,
idea.
the Ohio chapter of the American Academy of Pediatrics.
The number you see on your screen right now, 8th caller gets the baby sack, that's the sleep sack, and the book.
And the
Call
next
us right
book.
now at 821-9883. Dr. Jenny, thank you.
Thank you
she
so
will
much.
be here answering your questions. So do not forget, if there's something you want to know more about, she'll be over there on the computer. And you can talk to her on Facebook. All right, and that is facebook.com/.
Good day, Columbus.
Thank you. Good Day Columbus, and post your questions there.